Let's not assume we know everything there's to know.
Local leaders seek answers following a deadly apartment fire. Why they say an upcoming meeting is important to the case. Good evening, I'm Jacob Albrock. New details and photos tonight about a deadly officer-involved shooting over the weekend, what they reveal, and what we're still trying to find out.
But we were very glad that our message was received.
Why students at one Kansas college are walking out again 1 year after calling for change. That's tonight on 12 News.
You're watching 12 News at 6.
About a month and a half since a deadly apartment fire in East Wichita, the Sedgwick County 911 Advisory Board will have a special meeting to go over changes that may need to be made to the 911 system. New at 6, 12 News reporter Brock Wilson previews some of the topics that will be discussed at that meeting.
The Sedgwick County 911 Advisory Board will meet Tuesday afternoon at the Sheriff's Office, where there's expected to be a call for an audit of the entire 911 system.
I have so many questions.
Commissioner Jim Howell says there are a lot of things he wants to know about the East Wichita apartment fire that resulted in the death of Paoli Badesky. He says the audit needs to happen before any more blame is put on the people involved in October's deadly apartment fire.
What time did the different calls come in? How many people were on duty? What were their job responsibilities? How busy were they?
He says this deserves a thorough investigation, and due process needs to happen before we cast blame on the people involved that night.
Let's not assume we know everything there's to know to make a conclusion. We don't know that.
He says it's clear mistakes were made, but they were made by humans just doing their jobs.
Everybody involved in this incident did the very best they can.
At Tuesday's meeting, members will look closely at what happened on October 13th, what went wrong, and what can be done to prevent something like this from happening again. Commissioner Howell says whatever changes are recommended, they will improve a 911 system that already works well.
We have a pretty good system. I keep saying we have one of the best systems, I think, in the entire state of Kansas, if not even further than that. The question is, what are we missing?
In Wichita, Brock Wilson, 12 News.
Commissioner Howell says he will ask the 911 Advisory Board to formally submit the conclusions from tomorrow's meeting to the Board of Commissioners so they can review them at their next meeting. He says if the request for a 911 audit goes forward, commissioners will examine what that will look like on Wednesday.